Hi, welcome to my two favorite librarians. I'm Denise Corey.
And I'm Chantel Taylor, and today we're talking about popular book trends we didn't like.
There's so many books that are so popular and people talk about them all the time, and then I think I really loathe that book.
I think the one right now that we both dislike a lot is the domestic noir. That's what we call it, and it's
Gone Girl,
the Gillian Flynn, The Girl on the Train,
the Woman in Cabin 10. Although I didn't mind that one too much. No, I didn't like that one. Actually, I shouldn't. Yeah, no, I don't like the domestic noir, and I don't like a book where all the characters are like
I have to
jerks.
Yeah, that Gillian Flynn. Oh my gosh. So I tried Gone Girl.
And she is pronouncing it correctly. It is Gillian.
Yes.
Even though it looks like Jillian, it's Gillian Flynn. And she has corrected people on talk shows and stuff.
I tried Gone Girl and I read a chapter and I was like, I don't like this. Everyone was like, Gone Girl, Gone Girl. And I thought, well, maybe it's just not the book. I'll try another one of her books. And I read, I think it's Dark Places.
I read Sharp Objects.
Yes.
Sharp Objects is the one where the woman cuts herself.
And Dark Places is the one where the girl survives the massacre of her family. And oh, do I wish that she died.
Oh.
I wish they'd all died. There wasn't one redeemable character in that book. And when I found out why they all died, it was the last book I ever read for work book club. All the way through. I was like, never again. I'm never wasting my time. I'm never getting that back. If I met Gillian Flynn, I might beat her with her books.
Now, that's not to say that you should not read what you want, because I really strongly believe that people
love them.
What they enjoy, and
Absolutely.
there's nothing wrong with reading what you enjoy.
As a romance reader,
don't enjoy Gillian Flynn, and I might be with you while you beat her with her books.
And people are shocked. I was having this conversation with a couple of patrons. They had handed in whatever the new sort of
the Sherry Lapina. I didn't even bother to pick that one up. The Couple Next Door,
and they were shocked. Whatever. When I said, "Oh no, I can't stand those books," they were absolutely flabbergasted. That what do you mean you don't? Oh, I can't handle not liking anyone in a book.
And I'm going to talk about something that's unpopular.
Yes.
An unpopular opinion, rather.
Yes.
I think Stephen King needs a stronger editor.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I am reading Needful Things right now. That is the book that I'm currently reading. Mm-hmm. And I can already tell that I hate it and I don't want to finish it because I just don't need I can't skim fast enough past the descriptive words.
Well, I mean, and I've enjoyed many of his books, and I really love that he spends a lot of time in character development. But the Under the Dome by Stephen King was probably a good 200 pages too long.
I read the Tommyknockers years and years and years ago, and I don't I feel
but didn't that scare the stuffing out of you?
It did. I did not like it, but I did read it.
And here's something you're not gonna like.
Yes.
Sarah Dessen.
Yes.
She's a teen author.
Yep.
The Truth About Forever. I hated that book.
Now, which one was that? Because I'm always mixing up this.
She works at the library, and her boyfriend goes away to camp, and then she ends up with a catering job, too. Yes. And I went back and looked at my review that I wrote at the time when I had read it, and I was like, this book is irritating.
You don't
the stuff about her job at the library drove me up the wall. Where are the adults? Why are the teenage kids running this library? Why are they doing it badly? On top of that, this is also what I wrote at the time. I read this 2 years ago.
Yeah, because we read it for our book club.
On top of that, the mother was the worst. She was a stereotype of a control freak.
But that's every parent. That's the point of young adult books, is the parents are usually the worst parents ever, because that gives you something for the character to grow from, because nobody sees their parent side of things when you're a teenager. So that's the point.
Okay, then.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I want to talk about Crazy Rich Asians.
The book or the movie?
Well, we can talk about both, because that is another big, huge, trendy book that everybody loves.
Well, and it's a series. It went on, Crazy Rich Girlfriend, And then
I can't remember what the third one is. I wonder if it's actually about the marriage.
I feel like it's like Crazy Rich Asian Marriage or something. Yeah.
I hated that book. It came really highly recommended by another colleague of ours. She loved it. Oh, it was fun. Oh, it was great. Oh, the food. Oh, the blah, blah, blah. Everyone was horrible. I hated everyone. The main character was the only character.
This is not the first time I'm hearing this rant. I've heard this rant many times.
The main character was the only good character, and even Nick, because it was Rachel and Nick are the two main characters. Nick, I would have married him if he dropped me in that lion's den. I would have been like, no fool, I'm going home. What were you thinking?
But the movie was like a rom-com.
Yes, and they took out a lot of the really, because like Rachel's mother has like this horrible, abusive boyfriend, and like they're gonna burn the baby's eyes out so they can have a nut. Like, it's not fun. It is not a fun book. Did not love that
You
book.
could only see my face right now. It's like, oh.
The movie was, it was better. I didn't hate the movie, but also everyone was cute as a button in the movie. Like, I love Michelle
yes.
Yeoh.
They were
I
all
love
very
Awkwafina.
attractive people.
I love all of all of them.
And for some reason, the men seem to not really wear shirts a lot.
It's really hot in Shanghai. It's very warm there.
Yeah, and that's why they weren't wearing shirts. These, like, very cut young men with, like, six packs. It's because it was warm.
Yeah, I mean,
It had
that
nothing
is
to do with, like, selling posters.
No, not at all. They weren't half naked on the posters.
I don't understand why. Wouldn't that sell better? So right now, you're reading Stephen King.
Yes.
Which is funny.
I'm not loving it. I'm not.
If you don't love it, stop.
I'm not that far in, and really I'm still getting the description of the leaves in Maine, and I'm just like, if we ever leave the description of fall in Maine, maybe it'll get interesting.
I'm reading Transistor Radio by Chris Bojalian.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Chris Bojalian. I know you have heard this from me many times.
He's a favorite of yours.
He is a favorite of mine, and every single book he writes is different, which is hard to do because a lot of authors have this specific voice, and they write sort of the same book over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this one is about this woman named Allison. She's an adult. She's taking one university course and falls for her professor. And he's lovely. He's attentive. He's affectionate. He's sweet. He's a great cook. And he's about to transition to female.
Oh, interesting.
And so I haven't finished it yet, but it's, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if their relationship is going to survive. He's still attracted to her, but he is transitioning to be a woman.
Okay.
And now she's got to decide if she wants to stay with him. And then it's also the point of view of her ex-husband and her teenage daughter.
Oh, interesting.
It is a very interesting book. I recommend it.
Before we go into what's happening at the library, can you think of a popular trend that you really did love? Because I have one, and I know you can see it on my sheet.
What did you really love?
I really loved The Da Vinci Code.
Really?
I didn't think it was the best book that I've ever read. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this is high literature, but I loved it. I found it a page turner, and I think I actually read two of them.
It was a page turner, and I didn't go on and read anything else. But, you could conceivably read it in a night.
It was because I remember it was all the rage when I was working in Halifax. Everybody was reading it. I got a rapid read copy, which is like you happen to get it off the shelf, and there's 500 people on hold. And I went through it really quickly. I enjoyed it.
Another really popular book that I hated, that I have to say, 50 Shades. Ugh. Oh, I hated that book. That's the only book I've ever punched. I punched that book. My inner goddess. Ugh. Anyway, so what's happening at the library? I have things. Do you have things?
Halloween parties are happening this week.
And this week, a reminder, 2 author readings. Kayla Hounsell will be at the library in Amherst on Tuesday, October 23rd at 7 o'clock, reading from her new book, First Degree. And Bruce Graham will be at the library in Amherst on October 25th at 7 o'clock. He doesn't have a new book, but he's just one of my favorites. I just, love to see him read. And people love him, so I'm sure they'll just come out to hang out with Bruce Graham.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
What are we talking about next week?
Next week, I believe we're talking about scary movies.
Ooh, I like scary movies.
With Halloween coming up, some scary movies. So follow the library, not us, but follow the library on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They all have different handles, so check out our website.
www.cumberlandpubliclibraries.ca
for all our social details. And we do, although I haven't been doing a very good job, we do try to do some updates of books. And we actually had someone ask us for a list of something on Facebook, so I may have to be more diligent now.
I have no idea what books we talk about. Kind of just goes off the top of my head. All right, see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.